Hello everyone, I am SightlessKombat and welcome to my first ever unboxing video. For those of you who can't see what's on the screen right now, and who haven't read the video title, we're going to be unboxing The Last of Us Part 2, but it's the Ellie Edition. And thank you very much to the very kind and generous folks at PlayStation UK PR for sending me this. So I will first start by just saying that the front of this, well, the back of this box really, it's the front, but it opens interestingly, as you'll see in a minute. This side of the box is actually tactile. The sort of design is absolutely massive on the front, and it's all tactile. Really, really good texture work on there. So let's very quickly flip this box round. There we go. And now we open it. Already cut the seal before we started this. Unfolding. That's actually quite cool. Oh, there's... Okay, that's covering this. Right, so... okay, it reveals this box inside. This will be interesting. So we lift... Being careful... Oh, okay, this is like a separate... Oh! Oh, okay, so that's how that works. You lift the top of that off. That was unexpectedly interesting. There we go. That should be fine there. Right, so we've pulled the top part of the box off of there after unfolding all the flaps, one at the front, one at the back, with two sort of handles on, and two at the sides that make up the actual shape of the box. And we have under here what looks to be the art book. Yeah, it looks very much like an art book if I had to say anything. There we go. Turn it around. Should be able to see that in camera. Turn it around again. There we go, so you can see the other side. So that's that. This is a really cool edition. It comes with a load of interesting stuff, including, and these all have little sort of hooks or like areas where you can put your hands to get the things out as well. And we have the steelbook as well, which is an actual steelbook, of course. I heard from a fellow gamer without sight who got a bundle that supposedly contained a steelbook that it actually didn't. So it's good to see a very cool steelbook to have on my shelf here, physical copy. Turn that around again just in case you didn't see it the first time. And this side, just in case it actually shows anything. So there's that. So that's on the right hand side. The art book was on the left hand side. And we have, I think, this might be, I'm not actually entirely sure, which is why we're going to take it out of the external sleeve that this smaller item is in. There we go, and open it up very carefully. Still, actually, that looks to be the record, the 7-inch vinyl record of the soundtrack, unless I'm very much mistaken, which is pretty cool. So that's good to see. If I show, hang on a minute, try and get the sides right. Show that side, and then we flip it around. Need to wait for the autofocus to kick in. I keep forgetting that. So that's interesting. So, oh, there was a small tab here that I've accidentally pushed down. How do I get that out? Actually, let's get this big plastic tray out of the way. Very nicely made, must admit. Let's put all these back into here as best we can. All does slot very neatly back into place, actually, saying that. Need to line everything up as we go. I don't actually think that was the record, thinking about it. I think it might have been something else, though I'm not entirely sure what it was. But let's continue with... Ooh, I have an idea of what this could be. Let me come around to the proper side of the box. And that actually... I thought I knew what this could be, and then I... Oh no, I think I do know what this is. This looks to be the bracelet, which is unexpectedly very cool. Let's quickly open this up so we can actually see it properly. So thus far a lot of the things have been visual, but this is definitely not. This is a very tactile addition to the edition, if that makes sense. It's actually a really nice textured thing, and it's tied around a piece of card that keeps it all together. So I'm going to leave it on that. I'm actually going to put it back in the plastic, that sort of plastic sealable bag that it came in, because that's probably a good idea. Actually, no, scratch that. We're just going to leave that there because that proved to be slightly too complicated. Let's see what else we have in here with this edition that has numerous things. That looks... not actually sure what that's meant to be. I think that's just meant to be gel to keep everything packaged. So let's leave that alone unless we absolutely have to get it out. Aha! Here are the 6 pin badges. I'm not going to try and take these out of their wrappings just yet, but for those who can see, there they are. They're in a sort of slightly tougher plastic, the kind of thing you would associate with these kinds of pin badges. If I move my hands out of the way. There we go. You should be able to see those. That's really cool. There's 6 in there, all on a sort of backing card, which is very nice to see. So they're all nice and neat to display. Doesn't seem to be... seems to be a lot in here. Ah, that's why. For this next item I have to hook the left-hand side of it. Ah, this is the patch, I think. It looks very much like a sort of patch that you would put onto things. If I show that. So let's move on to the next item in this massive, massive box. It continually keeps amazing me how ridiculously big this box is. So we have to take this next section out just by sticking my fingers underneath the plastic. I don't think I've missed anything. Doesn't look like it, unless of course there is anything inside of here, which I will possibly take a look at. I don't think there is. Doesn't look like it. And underneath this, there are... it's like having a big box of chocolates or something. Oh, actually, I've just realised there's a whole section here that looks like we'll come to. How do we... this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Ah, I see what they've done here. So, there's a box inside a box inside... well, a box, I think. It's just a question of how you... ah, so I've got one hand towards the front of the box and one hand towards the back. And I think I may have just... yeah... unintentionally just slightly torn the folds at the side. There we go. And this, I think, is going to be the backpack that comes with it. Well, that actually, it might be actually probably the statue saying that. Could well be. There's a tab, cardboard tab that I've got put both my fingers into, and we can lift the lid up. Yeah, this looks very very probably statue-like, if I had to say anything, though I'm happy to stand corrected. The packaging is ridiculous. There's all plastic pieces inside, presumably covering The contents. Yep, that's a statue. There we go. Definitely a statue. Let's... Wow, really well modelled. Let me see if I can pull this out gently. It's huge. No wonder the box was so weighty when I got it. It's because... Oh, wow, it has a full base and everything. That is shockingly good. Let me put the box down out of shot. Wow, that is a phenomenal statue. Strings have partially been modelled. Apologies, having a little help off camera there. Strings have partially been modelled. Trying to see what all of this detail is. I will have to have a look at this statue properly off camera after this video, but that is an amazing piece. I'd say it's worth the edition alone in terms of this. This makes it worth it. They've even done texture work on the guitar because it's Ellie playing the guitar, and all the clothing looks different. Wow, scenery of sorts, everything. Let me see if I can actually lift this out of the plastic though. I think it might be, I'm not sure if it's tied in. Actually, no, can't say if that's tied in or not. It's very well wedged. Ooh. And that is that's actually, yeah, I had a little help to get that out of the plastic tray there because it's very well wedged in. Looks like if you'd be forgiven for thinking there was a battery compartment on the bottom, and I'm not actually sure if there might be, but I'll have a look at that later and add that into the description if there turns out to be one. I think there's writing on the front of there as well if I lift it into shot. Wait for the autofocus. Hopefully you can see that, but possibly not. There we go. That should possibly be in view. So that's a really good statue. It's an amazing statue. So if we leave that there. And we are coming towards the end. I was just looking to see if there's anything I'd missed. Towards the end of the unboxing. Now this... Ooh, this is heavy. Heavy-ish for... Oh, okay. I think if I put this down so I can actually open it flat. So it's a very, it's an oblong box, but this might actually be. Oh no, this. Not entirely sure what's going on here. This looks very interesting. Actually, this might be. This might be the record we were looking for. Yeah, that's almost certainly a record. So if we put that back in, that's in its own little compartment with plastic wrapping on it. And there's also not actually sure what that is. So it turns out that this is a patch that you can use. The other thing that I thought was the patch previously was the stickers that you get. So the record and the stickers the record and the patch rather come together. And now we come to the what I think is the final item, or almost, because of course there's the digital vouchers and everything that come in. This, I would think, I'm going to peel this seal off with my finger, if I can just get a grip on it. Very tough seal here, but it's just a tab that you then pull the flap up from. This is going to be the backpack, yeah. This is a very interesting piece. There is so much stuff here. Definitely worth the price you pay for this, I would say. Already, this is a replica of Ellie's backpack from the game. Where do you even open this? Trying to figure that out as we go. Aha! There's a seal on one of the ends that you can pull apart, sealed with tape type material at one end. There we go. Wow, this is really, really nice. It was really solid. Let me just wait for the autofocus to kick in so you can hopefully see it. That's really, really nice. The all the zips and everything. There's a logo type thing on the front there as well, which is very cool. Just having a quick look inside to see how much room you actually have in this. You have to undo. Oh, there's an extra. There's a sort of laptop looking padded area inside. Not sure how much you could actually fit in this, but it definitely looks the part, if nothing else. It's a great extra as part of this collector's edition, special collector's edition. There's a pocket at the front as well. Oh, hang on. I think. Oh, wow. That's a great extra. I'm not going to pull the other side of this off, but the logo at the front is actually a double pin badge as well. That was unexpectedly brilliant. That's a great sort of final thing to look at. Let me just double check and see if there's any other miscellaneous pieces of paper. There doesn't seem to be. So that's it for this unboxing video of The Last of Us Part 2, the Ellie Edition. I'd like to once again thank UK PlayStation PR for sending me this absolutely amazing collector's edition of the game. And hopefully I can do more unboxings like this in the future. If you have any feedback, suggestions, comments, etc., feel free to leave those in the comments section. And I'd like to once again thank all of you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.